Jesse Simonton, ballquest.com. Coach, you kind of expressed some frustrations, I think, in the spring about Tennessee reaching out to some of your players. Have you and Jeremy kind of had the opportunity to kind of clear the air and kind of put that to bed, or is there still kind of some lingering resentment there?
No, Jeremy and I spoke, and I wasn't just singling out one school. We were able to visit in person soon after that. We had meetings in Birmingham, head coaches meetings. So it was good to be able to visit and also understand how recruiting goes. So if I've got time to sit around and think about that, then I've got issues. So we're okay, and everybody's a competitor and want to build their team as good as you can build it. And when you've got good players, that's a good thing that people want them. And but I haven't given another thought to that.
Clint Schweitzer, Great American Sports Network in Kansas City. Can you just talk about some of the emotions that you went through last year after suffering that really tough loss to Kentucky? You come back and you beat Florida in the Swamp. You had that emotional moment with your son, and then you wind up winning, going undefeated in November. Just kind of some of the emotions that you went through during that time.
Well, you look at you're pouring yourself into your team. That's what we do, and just like you pour yourself into the job, and that's the ability to have so many folks that are tied into, unfortunately, wins and losses, right? There's so much more to it than winning and losing. Now, ultimately, we're judged on wins. I get all that. But I look at, we have the highest GPA that we've ever had in consecutive semesters. We had over 50 guys above a 3.0 GPA. The involvement in the community, the things that we're doing that set us in position to win on Saturdays, it's all a process that all of those habits and the details matter. And then if you do those things and prepare the right way, then you got an opportunity to win on Saturday if you play your best. So within the conference that we play in, each week there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. I've got to remain consistent and steady for my team, because every move that I make is watched by them, and I owe it to them to make sure that I give them the platform to go be successful.
Coach, obviously, once the sanctions were lifted by the NCAA, it has to speak a lot about your program that you didn't have any rising seniors transfer. How has it been motivating your guys? Have you had to continuously focus in on that, or are they sort of motivated themselves no matter what the outcome may be?
Well, we know that once we receive the final ruling, that'll be another opportunity to continue to move forward. But it's one of the many reasons that I'm thankful to be their head coach, is because they're so invested in being as good as they can be in 2019. They're so invested in the relationships they have in our locker room that it's important to them to stick through it. It's also galvanized our fan base. It's made our team look at it as an approach. It's a little bit us against everybody. And I think through those opportunities and those experiences that we've been able to have, it's going to make us a closer, stronger team.
I can say that as of today, you can start to see that a lot of things are being more, student athlete friendly. A lot of people are looking out for, what's in the best interest of the student athlete, whether it's on the field or off the field. And I believe that, transfer portal, not a lot of people, agree with it, but, for me, it's been a tool that, I feel like it's pretty much changed my life in a way, in a sense. And so, I thank God for, the timing of it, because, looking 2 years prior, there wasn't this rule, so I don't know what I would have did, if I didn't have the rule. But like I said, I'm thankful for it, and I'm glad that you're starting to see changes within, to help and cater to the student athletes. Thank you.
Kelly, can you talk about how you've been gelling with this offense this past spring? I mean, the stable running backs, you got Larry Roundtree, Tyler Beatty, receivers, Jonathan Johnson and Jonathan Nance, and a lot of weapons at your disposal. Just kind of talk about the potential for this offense.
We have a great group of guys that's on the offensive side of the ball. And first and foremost, starts up front, with offensive linemen. You have a very veteran group, a very group that's, gelled and meshed together, very strong and, physical as well. And outside on the perimeter, got guys that can run for days. Just biggest thing, just get them the ball, just let them make the plays, for you. Then, to the side of me, you got Roundtree and then Beatty, two different guys. Roundtree's your typical back run between the tackles, doing the dirty work. Then you got Beatty, he's pretty much a scat back. get him the ball out on the perimeter. Also, you can line him up in the slot, and he can run routes and create a mismatch for you. And then you can't forget Albert O. He's a big guy, like 6'6", like 260, something like that. Might be something short. He's a fast guy, mismatch. For guys out there on the perimeter as well. So just looking at the offense, we have the pieces, to be as good as we want to be. It just starts, with since I got there, and then also to the summer, just gelling, just creating that chemistry, to be where we want to be. But like I said, at the end of the day, some within me was just telling me go to Missouri. I enjoyed my visit there at Auburn as well. Meshed well with Coach Malzahn, but at the end of the day, I had 1 year to get it right, and I feel like Missouri is the best position for me to be in.
Clint Schweitzer, Great American Sports Network in Kansas City. Commissioner, you spoke about the sanctions levied to the University of Missouri. How important is it for you to kind of have the backs of institutions like Missouri and other schools in the SEC that may face these kind of adverse situations?
The goal for us is very clearly stated to our institutions. It's never to pull down a championship banner, never give back a championship trophy, and never have a team banned from postseason because we can't follow the NCAA's rules or meet their academic standards. That's uniform for everyone. And we have a responsibility in advising and supporting our institutions as they work through an infractions process. And we do that with Missouri. We do that with every institution that walks through that process. And that's a responsibility that we take very seriously for everyone.